won't do everything. And so, I think there's that, trust. God gives us the ability to make decisions more than we like to admit. And I think at the end of the day, when it comes to relationship, I think God gives us more permission to make decisions, and he will check us when it's not the right decision to make. And we know that, but I think it's just because Christian adults seem to make great decisions in every area of our life, and like how we find jobs and all that. But when we come to relationships, we're almost like, I don't know what to do. And the same decision-making skills and processes we have over in all these other areas, let's just transition that over into relationships, and let's just make mature decisions, and it's okay to make decisions. And this is the one area where we have to be like, oh no, God has to make all these decisions for me. And I don't really see it like that. So that's just my, not 2 cents, more like my 94 cents.
No, man, we're going to say that was a whole dollar.
Yeah, that was all.
Yeah. So I want to point out that that whole decision making thing, it hits hard, especially for guys in church. When I was a kid, I had a crush on two girls at once, and both were in choir, and I'm like, oh, I like X person a lot, but I like X person as well. So I pray and say, oh God, tell me who I should talk to. And I did talk to one, and one's married. The one that I actually, was really, made a decision on what I thought God told me to pursue. She got married. The other one, she kind of became a celebrity later on. And it make you wonder, like, oh, did I pick the right decision? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I made the decision. And when it comes to relationships, we have to, make decisions. If we don't make decisions, no one else is going to live our lives for us. And then when it comes to, making good ones, we have to be able to stand by it. And if it's not right for us, we have to be able to tell the person, I cannot continue with this. This is not healthy for me. And we shouldn't feel bad about it if the relationship ends, because if it's not meant to be, it's just not meant to be. And part of the toxic relationship situation, or you could even say toxic situationships, can come from not being adult enough to make a decision where you have to end the relationship because it's not healthy for either one of you to stay in a relationship where it's basically you two are becoming each other's toxic partner.
I feel like in our church, Reggie, like it's so much like, let me put my 2 cents in on your relationship. Like, you have everybody in your 2-person relationship becomes 100 people or the whole congregation. And then when that doesn't work out, it turns into like almost this shame fest sort of thing. Like, something must be wrong with this one or that one because that didn't work out, because of how we saw it from the outside looking in. And I think that really needs to change within the church, because that discourages a lot of singles and, people that, may really be ready and, are good with God and everything, but it discourages them from dating inside of the church because of the preconceptions from other people and knowing that everybody's going to be in your relationship.
There are situationships out there that are across the board, and a lot of people are each other's toxic partners, and the church is pressuring young adults to be a part of these bad situations when people who probably should never have been married.
At the end of the day, enjoy the process of relationships because they're meant to be enjoyed. God made relationships for enjoyment. They're for us to enjoy. Anything from friendship to marriage to family to any kind of relationship like that. It's community, it's camaraderie, it's togetherness. That's what relationships are all about. That's what friendship is all about. So it's meant to be enjoyed. So it's not supposed to be this stressful process. I think Christians make relationships, even friendships sometimes, to be this stressful thing. Like, how will I know? What will I do? And just give yourself credit for knowing, discerning what, kind of what the energy or the vibe or the chemistry is, and where you need to be friends, where you need to be, if you maybe could go and get married. Maybe that's where that relationship goes, but have fun with it. Enjoy the process, because when you enjoy the journey and you enjoy the process, then it's just going to be so much easier and so much better. So I just say, enjoy the process. Don't sweat about it. Don't sweat it at all. It's meant to be enjoyed.
Totally agree. I would say, like, for dating inside the church, the advice I would give would be, make it an ABC. You be A, the other person is B, and then God is C, or no, God be A, of course. But don't let other people's, thoughts and perceptions like make their way into what you have with that person, whether it be friendships or whether it be relationships. Because people will try, they will try to say, oh, you should do this, you should do that, but just make sure you're listening to God more so than what other people are saying. And that does become challenging. You've got, you look to older people for wisdom, and the majority of the time it is older people coming at you with different perspectives or different things that they think or that happen to them, and it could be completely opposite of what you're going through. So just listen to God with that.
Yeah, and I concur with both of you. So in closing, I would just point out that any relationship that's worth having is worth having, if it's the right relationship and a real relationship. We shouldn't settle for fake situationships that will not benefit our purpose. We should strive for relationships that will build us up and help us to go further in our career and in our aspirations, because I don't want to be bogged down with a person I don't like for the next 50 years. I don't want to just think about what could have been. I want to do what I'm supposed to do. So I think it's worth time to review who you're dating, who you like to date, and people who are pursuing you. If it's right, if it's not right, if it's absolutely wrong, you have full authority to say no. You don't have to agree to a relationship if you're not fully on board with it, because that just doesn't make any sense. So I just wanted to chime in on that with that fact that we have free will, we have a purpose, and we want to connect with the right people so we can achieve that goal and that endpoint together. So I also want to say thank you to Kyra for coming on tonight. We do appreciate it. And the next time we come on with Singles Chat, it might look a little different, but we will be having fun. So look forward to new faces and new adventures coming down the line here in 2021. So I will see you guys next time. But thank you so much for joining us. And I hope that you guys have a blessed night. God bless. Good night.
Thank you.